Hey guys, welcome back. Modi 101 here, and we're back with another video. This one's going to be weird. You guys have an advantage because as of this moment in my world, I don't know how any of this is going to turn out, but you guys have seen the thumbnail, so we'll see. So, quite a while back, and I have zero recollection of where, some yard sale or some bulk purchase, I had actually gotten all the parts to the original Sanctum Sanctorum Peter Parker's apartment. The smaller one, not the big one, but the smaller one. So I thought I'd put that together around the same time, and this is can kind of date the video here. Around the time that I had done that, this set had come out. This is the Miles Morales versus the Spot. And really wasn't too concerned about the minifigs. None of my stuff is superhero in the town, but it was this building back here. This is a small deli. I'll show you guys this in a minute, but it was mostly about all the stickered pieces and all the things, and just because a lot of, Lego people kind of do the same thing. So there is a rebrickable of this with like 1,000 extra parts that makes Miles Morales' apartment and Peter Parker's apartment, but I've decided I'm going to use the Sanctum Sanctorum, this Bodega, Peter Parker's apartment, and the pizza place that comes with it to kind of make maybe like a corner build or a city block or something like that. So we'll see. I really 100% don't know, but I got to record this part of the video before I can do the other part. So let's get to the build real quick of the Sanctum Sanctorum and of this set. We'll take a quick look at them, and then we'll see what I can come up with. right, so that was the builds. Real quick, not huge sets, but let's take a look at them right now. So we'll start with the smaller one. I don't have any minifigure stuff up here, but I kind of dug this. It's long and big, but this is a very like old school, like 70s, 80s cop car. And I thought that was kind of cool with the push bars on the front, the old, more rounded lights on top. I really kind of thought that was really, really cool. And then here's this. There's not a lot to it, and I am so bad at putting on stickers, and I apologize to everybody out there, but you can see we got grocery, deli and grocery, I'll fix that one, I promise. Stop twitching. We got a deli sign here. We got coffee, tea, sandwiches. We've actually got an ice machine here with some ice in there. Well, that's kind of cool. And then you look inside and, you know, there's some product here. I don't 100% know what these are. I don't know. Maybe they're to put minifigs on. I don't know. Maybe it's something.
It's probably security cameras. It's a convenience store.
That's such a big thing that they can make them way smaller. So I don't know what it is. Anyways, a lot of sticker pieces in here. There is an action where you can make this pop off by pushing the bottom of the ice maker here. Really not that worried about that kind of stuff. And yeah, like a security camera and even you know, a little register and everything. So there's not a lot to it, but it is a good start. And really, the stickers out here that I messed up are really the exciting part. I like that air conditioner. All right, so like I said, this is the old Sanctum Sanctorum. As you can see, it's not very big on the outside, but there's some pretty cool detail. You know, with just some really kind of cool build techniques I like. It has this little side piece here that is pretty much just for kind of outside and whatnot. I don't know how much of that we're going to use. And then if we turn it around, you can see it's kind of got this apartment feel. Now, this is a pizza place down here that we'll look at, and then a couple of buildings. So I think the idea with this is when you open it, this piece can kind of be here. This is where originally is plugged in. This kind of just completes the corner build. So maybe I might actually do it something like this in reference to the build, to kind of have this where it's a corner but it's two buildings. And we'll have to figure that out. And then inside, it's not too bad. We've got a chair here. We got a lamp. We've got weapons. Up here, you can see where some things have been stored away. We got a treasure chest here, books and whatnot. It does have that window in the front that is that. Oh, just launched that. I don't even know where that came from. All right, let's put it back here. Boy, that just seems dangerous. And then on this side, you can see we got a small pizza place with a pizza oven. And then this is Peter Parker's apartment. It looks like this.
Pizza by the bed.
Yeah, because he's like 19 or 18 or 17 when he moves out. And all young people put pizza by their bed. That's a middle of the night. I'm hungry, but I don't want to go to my kitchen. I don't have a kitchen and the pizza place is closed. So, I mean, I could just climb down. Spider-Man, he could climb down. It's all open. But I'm saying if there was a wall here, that's why you have bed pizza. Anyways, there's a whole lot of kind of play features in this. I don't know what they all do. This does, what is that? This does something? It makes that go up and down? I have no idea.
And he swings on that probably.
This does, that goes, I built this, but I don't know what any of this stuff does. Anyways, but yeah, I thought it was a cool little build, and I can see us doing kind of like, you know, it's almost like the bookshop, and then the what's it called, the townhouse that goes with it. So I'm thinking we might get rid of the pizza place, maybe put this here with the apartments on top. I might make the apartments kind of smaller and or the same size, and then have this building come out. And then of course we need to modularize all the floors for everything. So there we go. This is the before, and I will get to work, and for you, it's going to be a second. For me, it might be 3 months from now. I have no idea. So I'm going to get to work on this, see what I can make out of it, and then show you guys what we can do. Anyways, let's see what happens. All right, and we're back with what I was able to create out of these sets. And as you may notice, my shirt has changed, and so has my house. All that other part was filmed like 2 months ago, but I actually got it done. And here it is. So I have turned this into kind of a corner modular. I'm actually going to step over here so you guys can kind of see a little bit better. So let's take a look at the outside. So didn't really do a whole lot to the Sanctum Sanctorum, which at this point, it's really just kind of a townhouse in our town. I did cover up these studs that were on the bottom and up here. I really didn't like those studs on the front. The mailbox that was kind of that weird angled part I put back here. The Bodega, I pretty much had it stopped here. So I added about 4 more studs of depth inside, put a parking bench and did the sidewalk. This is still here. It still has the play feature. And then we have some mailboxes for the apartments upstairs and the entryway to the apartments up there. On the back, you can see nothing all that exciting. There's a couple windows back here, some trash cans, a back door into the townhouse, and another way to get up and down those stairs. Now, with this one, I will say you're going to have to really use your imagination and your belief on a lot of this, because there is no staircases in here. Could make them fit, and the staircase in here kind of goes up, but not really. So, also, I love that I was able to keep these. I think these really kind of make the set and give it a lot more depth. I like that. So let's go ahead and look in the Sanctum Sanctorum, or just our new townhouse real quick. Now, I did get a whole bunch of, this is non-Lego, I know, clutch your pearls, from Lady Greco, I'm gonna mess up her name every time. She had sent me this like a year and a half ago, like 2 years ago. And I put them together and I thought this is the perfect place. So I used some of that stuff. So you can see we got a sink and a stove and an oven, countertop, and a table in here. And then this. Now I kept, like in here, I kept everything that was in the front of it. But now I've kind of made this like a living room. So we've got a couch and a TV. Those are also part of that set. This one's always a little tricky to get on there. And then we have upstairs where I kept everything, the bookcases and the desk and everything that was already in there. But this was the table that was down there. I added another one, and a bed also came with all of those home pieces. So I thought that was kind of cool. I've had those built for a very long time, and I'm glad I could finally get them in there. All right, then we move over to what you would probably call Peter Parker's apartment, but for us, it's just an apartment building. So let's start here. So in the bodega, I did make it to where these buildings have separate walls. I did not want them sharing walls inside, so there is a wall there. I added a little bit more counter space for the for other goods, obviously. Added another window here to match the one that was over here, and we still have the register. This piece fell off and it goes further in, and my hands aren't that big. This is really deep. The way that they made this, and then the way that I had to add these on, this is very deep, so I can't get my hand in that well. Pay no attention to the stairs that go to nowhere. It's more of an outside look, not an inside look. The next level we would put on is where I actually got the parts for Peter Parker's apartment. Obviously, there's no door leading in here or stairs, just use your imagination. But this is the bed and the desk and the boxes and everything. Even if you look on the back wall here, these were the wall pieces that were all part of the other half of this, the Peter Parker's apartment. The next one up, this one's going to be real easy to go over because it's an empty apartment. I really didn't have anything to put in here. I really didn't have anything I wanted to put. So maybe down the road, maybe you guys can give me suggestions. But right now,
It is just an unrented apartment.
Make a label that says for rent and put it in the window.
There we go. See, look at that. Heather being smart. And then we got our roof that was basically the same theme as what the original roof to this part was, with the way it was built. I made this a lot more stable because, once again, I took out all the play features, and I thought I'd put a squirrel and a bird up here just to kind of mix it up. So this very much has a very kind of gritty Hell's Kitchen kind of feel about it. You know, there's almost all of the color is pretty drab, pretty rundown, but it also makes the bodega pop a lot more. And I think with everything like well, there went the ATM. I just pushed the button, the ATM falls over. Anyways, but yeah, with all of the signage and the deli and everything like that, this is very, very New York kind of feel to it. So anyways, so there we go. So this was one. The police car I had showed you guys earlier, 100%. It's in a tote underneath 100 other cars. I'm nowhere close to getting that out, but it made the move. So, but let me know what you guys think of this. Like I said, there's not a lot to it. It's not crazy and over the top, but I think it made a pretty cool little corner build. I'll be dead honest with you. This is something I was surprised of. I'm actually a bigger fan of this view of the whole build than even I am of this view. And you would think this would kind of be the centerpiece, but I'm really digging this with the tan masonry bricks and everything. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of this. Once again, I can't complain because this set, the bodega we bought, this was in a bulk thing I got, and everything else was just pieces we had. I didn't have to buy anything for this. So this was probably one of the cheaper, in the long run, one of modulars we have. So let me know what you guys think about it, the feel, the look. And I like Heather's idea of the for rent sign, so we'll try and find something for that. And then, when we need a corner build in the city, this is something that could really kind of go anywhere in the city. So let me know what you guys think about this build. Once again, I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out. Don't forget, like, subscribe, click that bell, leave a comment, share on social media. All that stuff helps me out so much. The channel is growing, and it's been a long time since I've had like a growing channel. So it's fun to be back in I went up by a subscriber. And then Heather's like, yeah, so? My other channel was like, I lost 43 today. Yeah, so I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that. But it's one subscriber, But I like every one of you guys. So hit that subscribe button. Anyways, if you guys want to help out the channel in a million other ways, look down in the description. There's all kinds of links and other info down there. But until next time, I want to thank you all so much for hanging out, and we'll see you guys later. Bye!